High-speed straights, heady elevation changes and dramatic corners. What is there not to love about today? It's qualifying day here at Spa-Francorchamps.
Hello there everybody, it's Joe here and welcome back to my F1 25 My Team Career Mode. It's time for the Belgian Grand Prix here at Spa. If you haven't seen the last instalment, do be sure to check that one out before you see this one. Well, the less said about the 2 visits to Silverstone, the better. It didn't go great, did it? But now we're here at Spa. Let's try and get some momentum back going again and score some points. We've had a couple of races where we just haven't been able to get into the points. So I think now we need to, we need some points back on the board. Williams are escaping us in the rivalry, which just is not good news for us at all. But Sprint Quali 1, the pace is looking pretty promising. We have finally had a batch of upgrades that have succeeded, and it looks like things are finally taking a step forward. And it encourages me for the next few races ahead. But here we are, SQ2. This lap is not looking too bad either, and Franco is also looking like he's got some decent pace here. So maybe we can get some points for both of us. That would be good. Double points. We haven't had that yet. I'm hoping we can secure that here. But as we complete our lap in SQ2, it's looking good, it's feeling good, and it is good. Pops us nicely into the top 10. However, it does come at the expense of Franco Colapinto, which is unfortunate for him. And in SQ3, we didn't really go any faster than P10. I thought the lap was decent, but still only good enough for 10th.
So it's all about speed in today's sprint. Not very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top? Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And Lando Norris lines up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Hakkinen, Piastri, Ayrton Senna and Albon, Russell, Leclerc, Tsunoda and Andrea Kimi Antonelli, Colapinto, Fernando Alonso, Isaac Hadjar and Sainz, Gasly, Doohan, Lance Stroll and Paul Aron, Bortoletto, Lawson, Behrman and Nico Hülkenberg rounds off the grid. And alongside me today, a man small in stature but big on comments.
Okay, mate, rated.
Just a short 8 laps in this sprint race. What can we do? We are underway, and it's a not so bad start from us. Tsunoda ahead. Oh, who's that that's coming across? That's our teammate Franco Colapinto trying to edge his way ahead. I'm trying to go around the outside and sneak my way into the top 8. We've managed to go around the outside of Yuki Tsunoda, move ourselves into 9th. Now all we need to do is try and get past George Russell. We've got Charles Leclerc and Alex Albon going side by side in Eau Rouge. That's a brave place to do it. We've caught Russell off guard, and we're now ahead of him, but he's now alongside us. I'm trying to go to the outside of Leclerc and Albon. There's just no room there. Nowhere to go. We've clipped the back of Leclerc. I've scampered off. I have to now let Russell back through. I've fulfilled what it says at the top of the screen. Now we're fighting him for P8 round the outside of the right-hander. Hanging on though, and we are going to try and keep it. Russell bangs wheels with me, but we do hold on to the top 8, and if we can stay where we are until the end of this sprint race, we manage to get a point. So here's hoping that we can hold on for that. Lap 1 of 8, still several laps to go in this sprint race, and as we approach the final sector of lap 2, Tsunoda has got ahead of Russell, and Tsunoda is now going to be monstering the back of me. A nice little editing fail there, the pause screen, but now we've got Tsunoda all over the back. I'm trying to cover. Can we cover into the bus stop though? I've got the inside line. Tsunoda's trying to take the outside. Can Tsunoda go all the way round? Ooh, I didn't really leave him enough space on the inside, but Tsunoda not making it through yet. But look how much the guys in front have pulled away. We're still just struggling for overall race pace at this stage. And I'm not wanting to lose position, but I do feel like we are holding a lot of cars up here, and Tsunoda's sprint race is being ruined by that. He could have probably got into the top 5 with the pace that Red Bull has. I'm now trying to cover the inside of Blanchimont. Tsunoda's going to try and go around the outside, and Yuki Tsunoda around the outside of Blanchimont on us. That was stunning, but now we're going to brake later into the bus stop. I've broken a little bit too late, and Tsunoda has completed the move, but we've got a better exit, and now we're running side by side on the pit straight. Tsunoda's in the middle of the circuit. He is not going to yield easy. I've gone a little bit deep to go for the better exit, and Tsunoda, what great racing that was. But now we're going to come straight back at him with the DRS here as we head up Radion onto the Kemmel Straight, and to the inside we go. Tsunoda cannot fight that, and here comes George Russell. Is he going to have something to say here? No, we've covered pretty much the racing line, and Tsunoda and Russell are now coming back at me for another bout. Here comes Tsunoda around the outside, and Yuki completing that move very nicely there and out-braking us, and we've now dropped into P9. We've got Russell in 10th and Colapinto in 11th, and part of me is thinking, can we back Russell into Colapinto, and could he have a go at Tsunoda? We've now got Russell down the inside into Blanchimont. We're just not holding them back at this stage. We're trying to look one way or the other. I'm now diving down the inside of George Russell, but Russell is really keeping it and hanging it out well. But we have held on to 9th for now. 2 laps to go in this sprint. We're hanging it on by a thread to P9. There's no points for it, unfortunately. Russell now coming back at me. What can we do about that? Well, that was a very late move, but here comes Russell to the outside now. And Russell, is he going to be through? Oh, that was cheeky. That was cheeky, running him wide. And we now let Colapinto through as planned. But then Russell goes into me and gets ahead. But we're going to go around the outside here. I'm playing some naughty games here to help Franco Colapinto, because if he can, I mean, I don't think he can catch Tsunoda from there, but if Tsunoda makes a mistake or something, Colapinto could be on him. But Tsunoda does not make a mistake as we head on to lap 8. If this was the feature race, I'd be delighted, because it would mean more points for us, but unfortunately in this instance, it's just the sprint. If it was the feature, that would be a nice double points. But still, it's encouraging that we're in the top 10. And it's encouraging to see that Franco has pace as well. So if it comes to playing the team game, like I have in this race, and bending a few rules to help out Franco, I'm not going to be against that. We've seen Magnussen do it, okay? Don't judge me. As Max Verstappen wins the sprint, we are going to finish 9th and 10th. It's a decent team result, but it doesn't come with any points. But it's a good sign for the race. If we can do that in the race, double points.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Your sprint winner then, unsurprisingly, is Max Verstappen. Oscar Piastri gets second, Lando Norris getting third, Senna gets fourth, Hakkinen gets fifth, Leclerc is sixth, Albon is seventh, and Tsunoda gets eighth, with us rounding out the top 10 with Russell and Alonso 11th and 12th, Gasly in 13th and Sainz in 14th. There is no stopping Max Verstappen at this stage, and again, for the second season in a row, it's becoming a matter of when over if Verstappen becomes champion. Right, well that was an exciting sprint. It's time now to do it all again.
High-speed straights, heady elevation changes and dramatic corners. What is there not to love about today? It's qualifying day here at Spa-Francorchamps.
All right, give me a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Copy that, same for me.
Can I just say, I love how this has the actual driver's voices in this. That is a very nice touch. But as we head now into qualifying, the pressure is on. A little more at stake here. But Q1 couldn't have done a better lap there. I feel like we really nailed that lap. And it was, yeah, it was the perfect lap. Couldn't have done anything more. And as a result, we're through Q1. Q2, the rain is arriving. So it's a matter of getting straight out and getting a lap done as soon as possible. I don't know if the track is going to dry out by the end, but it's looking pretty wet for now as we head into the double left of Poumon. Alonso sets the bar at a 1:53. I've actually got a car right up my chuff. We're half a second off of Paul Aron, who is looking at qualifying pretty high. P5, or well, now P6, but that's still good for him. As that car on my rear will not get off my rear. And it's quite off-putting when you're qualifying and a car is following you that close. It is genuinely off-putting. But as we go around the bus stop, what's the lap time? It's only enough for P9. But we do have a drying track at the end of the session. So we've got a chance to do a lap now. We've got a purple first sector. We've just about made it onto the circuit at the right time. And look at that purple sector. Now we're going to head into Poumon. And look at the delta going up. This is, I mean, it's not exactly bone dry yet, but it's as dry as it's been as we head round the right left-hander, clipping that nicely. Not exactly using all the space on the outside apex, but I didn't really need to, as we've got a purple middle sector as well. This is one incredible lap, and we haven't seen purple sectors in this My Team career mode yet, so I am just going to enjoy it while it lasts as we power around Blanchimont, heading to the bus stop. And what is the time going to be? I'm pretty sure we're going to top the timesheets for Q2. Oh, how I wish this was Q3 and that was pole position. But it's still a nice feeling to top Q2, to get that P1. We are through into the final part of qualifying, but it is going to be bone dry. And we've got Fernando Alonso in third. That Aston Martin, as we head into this stage of the season, I'm not going to lie, it's not looking too shabby, is it? Q3 then, I really thought I'd done something special with this lap. Purple first sector as well, which is surprising. We're a 10th up on Albon as well, so we're looking pretty good for a decent position here. I am having to save some deploy because we've used a lot of it, but I think we're going to just about run out. We have run out as we head to the bus stop, which means we're not going to get a great acceleration out of the bus stop. And that line wasn't perfect either. Where is this lap gonna put us? Oh, that last sector. It really let us down, didn't it? It's P10 though. Still, a few tenths more, we could have been P9. Still a great effort though, and it's Ayrton Senna that takes pole for this Belgian Grand Prix.
Welcome to this visit to the Ardennes countryside. Spa-Francorchamps hosted its first Grand Prix back in 1925, and this historic track is loved by drivers and fans alike. And us here in the commentary box too. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Ayrton Senna lines up on pole position, and Lando Norris lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Fernando Alonso, Piastri, Charles Leclerc and Albon, Hakkinen, Tsunoda, Doohan and Andrea Kimi Antonelli, Stroll, Verstappen, Paul Aron and Russell, Sainz, Behrman, Pierre Gasly and Franco Colapinto, Hadjar, Hülkenberg, Lawson and Gabriel Bortoleto rounds off the grid. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race.
The clouds are gathering over Spa, which can only mean one thing. Rain is coming. And I'm starting on hards to give myself the most flexibility with the strategy. We are underway here and it's a decent start and I'm trying to make my way past Doohan. Finding space on the outside difficult though as Tsunoda's boxed me in. I'm going to try what I did in the sprint race but it didn't work. So we hold position just for now as we head towards Eau Rouge. I might be able to pick one or two of these off if we're lucky and we get the good enough run. And we are getting a very nice little run building on Jack Doohan. Can we get through? No, if anything, Doohan has set up a run on Yuki Tsunoda. But behind, it looked like they were going to go 3 wide there. Oh my goodness me, I don't know if they made it through that unscathed. But now we're having a look at Jack Doohan. And I think everybody did make it through unscathed as we go down the inside of the Alpine. He tries to hang it out around the outside, but we've got the position up into P9, and that is a very decent start. I don't know how much more we can do at this stage, especially with us on hard tyres. But like I said, I'm going along and hoping that the rain, which is forecast for the middle towards the end of the race, doesn't hit until then. But this is the world of F1, and forecasts aren't always entirely accurate as we come to complete the first lap of this Belgian Grand Prix. Lap 2 then, and we've got a run building on Yuki Tsunoda. The question is, can we get past the Red Bull driver? We're definitely getting closer, aren't we? Tsunoda covers the inside. We go to the outside. Bit of late braking, a chef's kiss overtake to move us into P8. This is looking quite promising for us already, isn't it? This is for sure the best start we've had to a race since, I don't know. I genuinely don't know when the last time we had a good start was. In the comments, people. Anyway, now we're heading around Pumong, lap 2. The guys in front are starting to pull away a little, but that's fine. That's okay. Tsunoda's all over the back of me. But P8, if I could just keep hold of that, for me, I would settle for that. I'd be very happy with that. But there are opportunities with cars that are, it looks like they're still having little fights amongst themselves. That could bring us forward. For now, we've just got to keep an eye on where Yuki Tsunoda's going. He might have a go round the outside of Blanchimont. Nope, we've kept him behind. Is Tsunoda thinking about a go into the bus stop? He might think about it. He goes to the outside. We're going to stick with the inside. And Tsunoda trying the move that he pulled off on us in the sprint. It hasn't worked here. So lap 2 is now complete. And a 46.8. That's not really a great lap time as Tsunoda goes for the inside. Banging into my side there, but he's not able to get through. As we head up the hill. And now the guys have got ahead. It's Tsunoda though. Down the inside of Eau Rouge. My goodness, that was scary. But Yuki Tsunoda, the man fears no one. and he is back ahead of us. He has DRS, but I'm able to keep close just by draining the battery, and I'm going to brake late for Laycom again, wheel to wheel with Tsunoda, but we've got back through. What a battle this is turning out to be. I want this P8. The rain is now starting to fall. It's falling earlier than the race had than the strategy screen had forecast. So this is bad news for me. I could have started on softs and got a bit more aggressive in the opening stages of this Grand Prix. So this has really not worked, because I'm now on hard tyres on a cold track. But somehow we're finding pace in this situation, because on lap 6 we are keeping up with the medium shot runners. So I don't know if their tyre wear has just gone through the roof, but we are really keeping up with these guys now, although I've gone a little bit wide round there, and into Stablo we might lose a little bit of time. But this is working a treat for us, and we're now getting ready to change strategy. Surely this is the lap for Inters. It's so slippery as we head round Blanchimont. This is going to be the lap I pit. So P8 catching some of the people in front. Look how close we are to Hakkinen when we pit. That is surely less than a second as we head into the pits now to change onto intermediates. And the pit lane is just going to be an absolute hive of activity as we now head towards our box. DRS disabled. That is usually the sign that it's time to pit. In we go then. On go. Off go the hards. And on go a set of intermediates and go. But go? Why are we not going? There's clearly space there for us to go, but we're being held an unnecessarily long time by that red light. Come on! Let me go! Finally, it releases us, but the same issue we had in Melbourne has hit again, and a race where points were potentially available has gotten away from us. That's got to be a glitch, surely. That has got to be a bug, because this keeps happening now. And I've also noticed races where it's happened to our teammates. So this is a bug, and EA, get this fixed. And there's Ollie Behrman sailing past us, but I'll be honest, at this stage of the race, my heart just wasn't in it. The pace wasn't there anymore. The pace that we had when we were catching people, it's just not there anymore, and we were losing time to Doohan, as you can see there. And with every lap that passed, my heart was just sinking more, because we were just losing, hemorrhaging time. And here comes Pierre Gasly on the left. I could not have fought that off at all. And we've dropped another position down to 15th. A race that looked good for us to secure points. Yeah. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. And as the race went on, we weren't able to catch up again. Rather, the guys that passed us have pulled 5 seconds clear, and I've got just about enough pace to keep myself clear of Paul Aron. Colapinto in 17th, and for a weekend where both cars in the sprint were in the top 10, it's completely disheartening. And I think the glitch we had in the pits really screwed my race up there, and with just a few laps to go and no chance of points, I decided to just save the components and retire the car. Sorry guys. Meanwhile, other things that are happening, Senna is just dominating out front in true Senna style. I can't see anybody else but Senna taking the win. Look at the gap he's got to second place Fernando Alonso, who's going round La Source and lighting up the tyres as he does so. Oscar Piastri surely going to find a way through as we head up the Kemmel Straight. Well, head round Eau Rouge, should I say. Now on to the Kemmel Straight. This will be where Piastri gets the move done, gets ahead of Fernando and moves into second place. But again, sorry guys, Sorry I couldn't do more from my end, but that's a decent battle from Piastri and Alonso that I just had to show you.
What a day and what a classy win for your classic driver, Ayrton Senna.
They led from lights out to the flag at the end, and their race victory was never in doubt, was it? Brilliant stuff by them.
Here come our winners now, a thrilling race and a tremendous effort by Ferrari. Their history is well known, so it's no surprise to fans the world over to see them come out on top once again. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action, and I can't wait to see what's next.
As you can see, it did not look in doubt for Senna one bit as he dominates the feature race by 21 seconds. It's Norris in second, Piastri third, Hakkinen fourth, Albon. Great day for Williams, that's really bad for us in fifth. Alonso in sixth, Russell, Leclerc 7th and 8th, Verstappen only managing 9th, and Tsunoda completing the top 10. But just a day to forget. I really hope this pit glitch gets fixed soon. If it hasn't already been fixed by the time this video goes out, obviously, because I've done this voiceover a month, probably about a month, give or take, before this video goes out. I record and edit in bulk, so I do think this glitch will be fixed by then, but if not, please get on it, EA. This is not good enough. But Max Verstappen extended, well, his lead in the championship has come down, but I think it's only a matter of time before he extends again. But Norris is trying to make something of a charge for the title. Well, thank you for watching this installment of Career Mode. Please don't forget to leave a like and hit subscribe if you're new and you want to see more content from me. We've slipped to 7th in the Constructors. We need to get some points on the board. Until next time, TTFN, ta-ta for now. Enjoy the rest of your day.